Hello, welcome to Jockular. I'm Katie Kershaw, she, her, and I have something to tell y'all, jockstraps. We're off this week, but we didn't want to leave you hanging, so we have a bonus live episode that we recorded March 10th at South by Southwest. It was so fun with our amazing guests, Jessica Robertson and Beth Stelling. Now, Jessica's from Together, and Beth is a phenomenal straight ally who's a stand-up, and you got to check out her stuff. Now, there is a segment on the show that is purely visual, so you'll have to go watch it on YouTube. That link is in our episode description. I hope you all enjoy, and thank you to Harry, the ultimate Riz King, for cutting all of this together, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bounce, bounce, pass.
Sports.
Pass, kick, pass. Dunk it.
What?
Funk it.
Sure.
Serve it.
Here.
Work it. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
Hello. Wow.
Wow.
It's so nice to be here.
It's so gorgeous today.
It's beautiful.
You guys, I brought ice.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
because
you.
they did pour us neat, and
We said we wanted
We're not
to be.
strong
we're
enough.
not strong enough.
We were kind of pretending to be different people than we are.
Yeah, we're trying to be tough, and we're really not like that.
No,
Yeah.
but Jess is tough.
Yeah, Jess is tough.
But just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we tell the people who we are and
Yeah.
what we're doing?
You guys, hi. My name is ER Fightmaster. Thank you.
Woo!
I use they, them pronouns, and my sun is in middle blocker. My rising is in tight end, and my moon is in hockey enforcer.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Very
Wow, I
nice.
see that for you.
Thank you.
My name is Tien Tran. My pronouns, thank you. My pronouns are she, her, and I identify as a winger, soccer. My rising is in, I would say, center back. And my moon is getting yelled at by my dad after playing poorly in a game.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
it really, that's me.
That's beautiful.
We've all been there. My name is Katie Kershaw. My pronouns are she, her. My sun is in point guard.
Woo!
My moon is in bench warmer.
Yeah.
And my rising is snack stand.
Okay.
Katie.
Katie.
It's the truth.
That's like someone saying Virgo for every part of that. You're being really vulnerable.
Being too vulnerable.
I'm very vulnerable. I'm very honest about where I am with my athletic background.
Wow.
And you know what?
As
That's
a host
powerful.
of a sports podcast.
Yes, we are the hosts of a sports podcast.
That's right.
You know, we're three queer best friends who just love talking everything women's sports and not just stats. You know,
Honestly, barely stats.
barely stats.
No,
honestly,
we can't really. If we're honest, we can't really do
we're-
math.
No,
No.
numbers are hard.
Numbers are really hard. We like the culture. Who's dating who?
Who's wearing what?
Who's doing what?
Who's doing what?
The amount of the pictures of Kim Mulkey's suits in our text threads, insane.
It's mainly
insane.
that. And we just had an insane game. I don't know if anyone was watching.
Yes.
South Carolina, LSU. And Kim Mulkey, a fight breaks out at the end. Spoiler alert. Kim Mulkey is wearing this blazer. Can you describe it?
It's a studded gem blazer. Some of the warmer colors of the color palette, and there's a fringe feather on the end of her sleeves. So imagine like you're trying to protect your teammate. You're about to like bump up to someone and you see this arm coming out of your peripheral and it's just feathered sleeves holding
like
you back.
Lavender feathers. It looked like a bird was being murdered in the middle of
See,
the fight.
I liked it. I thought it was giving, like, not everyone can do pastel.
No.
No, and she can.
And not everyone can do pastel and pull off authority.
Yes, and she did it flawlessly.
The amount that she terrifies me while having that wardrobe,
Yes.
remarkable. It's remarkable. So
It's-
powerful.
Yeah, something about seeing her in a light shade of blue sends me into a tizzy, as in I'm terrified.
Oh, not in like a hot way.
No, not in a hot way, but she'd probably yell at me.
No, she's giving kind of like mean Sunday school teacher energy.
Yes.
But you know what? You learned.
You did.
learned I can
Like
recite the books of the Bible.
Right after Easter Sunday.
Yes.
You memorized that verse.
Yeah, Miss Starla's going to come down and make sure you've got it all top to bottom.
You guys, is Austin everything you thought it would be? This is your first time here,
It's
right?
my first time in Austin, and it's gayer than I thought it would be. Like, I
Yes.
knew it was
Yeah.
going to be gay, but
100%.
it is somehow so. Maybe we're only going to the gayest places.
I think we might be.
but it's pretty gay.
Or
It's
maybe
very
we're going
gay.
there and gay people are flocking. I feel like a little misled. Like I came here thinking it'd be like cowboys, but it's all like butches.
Yes.
I don't know if that's just where we are.
It
But
could
I
be
think
where
it
we
is
are.
But as a lesbian, I felt very excited to get here and go, show me the meat barbecue.
And we did right away.
And we did right away. It was an amazing barbecue.
Yeah, we all house that meat.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. The lights are out. We can still do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so last night, I don't know if you guys saw the amazing Tennessee and
Iowa.
Iowa.
No.
No. Sorry, my brain is
South Carolina.
Tennessee
Cordoza
and
made
South
the
Carolina.
last
Yes.
shot. Yeah.
Cordoza made the last shot. Have you ever in your life been asked to do a high pressure shot in a sporting event?
I was not that person. Like every time I was asked to do a high pressure shot, I can remember that I missed it. like I have like recurring nightmares of like completely and totally unguarded fast breaks. Just where like the layup was like right there, and I was like, now would be a good time to put the ball in the bleachers.
I was the same.
But you have a good story.
I mean, I do have a good. Well, if you bring up penalty, I played soccer growing up. If you bring up penalty kicks to my family, they will always be like, "Remember that big one you missed, Teeny?"
No.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Teeny?
Teeny.
And also,
Says it that way, and then immediately puts me down by saying my name in
Wow.
a diminutive fashion. Remember that goal you missed, Teeny? But I did one time in like a high school championship, scored the game-winning goal, and I thought it was gonna be one of those moments where I get to like, I don't know, take off my shirt like Brandy Chastain style. But I scored a goal, winning goal. Run towards my teammates. My teammates run past me. And start to get in a fight with the other team.
okay, nightmare. Why?
Nightmare scenario.
Which is the opposite of your dream.
It is the opposite of my dream.
Yeah.
I've always just wanted my friends to celebrate with me.
Yeah, your friends.
My
To celebrate.
friends,
You want
my
to be
friends,
chased by
my
a women's soccer
crushes.
team.
and one day they will.
I know. I'm hoping so.
Okay,
Katie?
so I don't have a sports example, but I do have a speech team example.
It's a sport.
That is a sport.
As a sport. So I did speech team all through middle school and high school, and I was like the team captain at one point. And there was somebody on the team who couldn't come because she was busy, had to go to a wedding or something. So my coach was like, we can't lose the spot. And so, because we want to qualify for state. So Katie, memorize this speech, and then you'll just add that category for the week. And I was like, absolutely, you got it. Of course, I didn't read the speech.
no,
no,
Katie.
Katie.
The entire week, I did not.
Do you even remember the topic?
Yes, it was. I still do. It was a speech given by, well, I don't know the topic. Speech given by former Secretary of Treasury for Ronald Reagan, Catherine D. Ortega.
That was the speech I was gonna guess.
Yeah.
That was exactly the one that I was gonna say.
And why did Priya pick that one? I'll never know. So I get to the competition, and I just, instead of just being like, Coach, I can't do it. I didn't memorize it. I don't know anything. I remembered my sister's screensaver, which said, don't let weeds grow around your dreams. And then for 3 rounds, I improvised a speech as if it was given by the Secretary of Treasury, Catherine D. Ortega, based on that one screensaver quote. And then I won the entire tournament.
Wow.
I got first. I went to semifinals. I went to finals. And then they were handing me, because they give you like the piece of like cardboard that says like everyone's like who's making it to finals. And they give you your trophy, which I still have. And they're like, Katie Kershaw, first place, Catherine D. Ortega. Like, they read the whole thing, and I start weeping because I'm a fucking fraud. And pardon my language. And
But it was true.
it was true.
It was true.
And the coach was sitting next to my mom, and my mom knew that I had done nothing at all. but she's not a snitch. So the coach was like, oh my God, Katie has worked so hard. She's busted her butt this week. She's done everything. Like, look at her. She just can't hold it in. And my mom was like, and neither could I, because I started laughing.
Does she know now?
No. If Miss Maggard, if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Secretary of Treasury.
Catherine D. Ortega,
If
I'm
you're
sorry.
listening, you should sue Katie.
But no, also, I made that speech better.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How old were you?
I was probably 13.
So I'm gonna say genius.
Wow.
A genius 13-year-old improvising.
Thank you. Honestly, savant.
Solving U.S. economic
Absolutely,
issues.
you made that speech better.
I blacked out. I have no idea what I said besides Catherine D. Ortega and don't let weeds grow around your dreams.
Katie.
Yep. So that's my sports story. I saved the day. I made the shot.
I feel like I was so vulnerable with you guys. I was like, I really had some like bad memories, and you guys were like, here's when I dunked on the president.
What president would you want to dunk on? Who?
For some reason, my first thought was like immediately I was like Bill Clinton.
Me too.
Really?
Yes. I was like, I hope he's holding a saxophone, and then I'll dunk on him.
Whoa.
No, mine was James Buchanan.
I thought it was gonna be Taft.
Get Jockular.
Okay, I think it's time we bring up our guests. We obviously have a fourth drink out here. We have a
Yes.
fourth chair.
I cannot wait.
Uh-huh.
We are bringing to the stage today a good friend of ours. This is Jessica Robertson. She co-founded Together alongside. Please give it up for Jessica Robertson. I had to enunciate. I'm like choking on my own lungs today.
I love that there's no ice in this.
I brought you one
You said-
piece of
You
ice.
said neat.
Because you said neat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
Okay, good.
You listened.
Jessica is the co-founder of Together, which is an incredible company run alongside gold medalists Alex Morgan, Sue Berg, Chloe Kim, and Simone Manuel, and then was founded in 2020. I've got a question for you, because I feel like Together does so much, and I'm often asked, because I've had the pleasure of working with you all before, what it is. If you were to give me the elevator pitch for Together, what is it? And then I want like the escalator version. You can slow it all down.
And Jess, before you go, we're going to add a little bit of a drinking game element to it, okay? So as you explain what Together does, we will drink every time you say amplify or intersect
Okay,
or investment
that's a lot.
or queer or visibility.
You're going to be real drunk.
Let's go.
Let's
Where's
go.
the water?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
And for our young fans down here, is apple juice.
This is absolutely fresh apple juice.
Yep.
Don't you worry, your little hearts.
Okay, Jess.
All right, what is Together?
What is Together?
Okay, we're starting with the elevator pitch.
Yeah,
Yes.
elevator
You
pitch.
don't have to drink if you don't want
Yeah.
to.
Well, I'd love to drink.
Okay,
Yeah.
then drink, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that wasn't true. We would have forced you.
Yeah. The elevator pitch for Together is that it's a media company that tells female athlete stories.
Nope.
No,
nothing yet.
not yet.
We're waiting.
We should have put stories.
We should have
down.
put stories.
Yeah, but it's
Damn.
right there. It's not there.
We should have put female athlete stories. Okay, next. Keep going.
Okay,
Next.
the longer version
Yes.
of Together is Together was founded originally by Alex Morgan, Sue Bird, Chloe Kim, and Simone Manuel, four of the greatest athletes in the entire world in 2020, as ER mentioned, with the mission to take female athletes from the margins and center them through storytelling every single day, not just around big tentpole events like the World Cup or the Olympics, which are coming up, but to do it every single day. Because in the women's sports space, if I can be a nerd about it just a little
Please,
bit,
nerd
and
out.
give you the context for the sports space. In 2021, whenever Together launched, of 100% of sports media coverage, only 4% of that was dedicated to women's sports visibility.
Thank you.
If you're only
4%.
telling
4%.
it's about 16% now.
Oh, thank God.
So we're
Thank goodness.
not passing yet.
progress is slow but happening. If you're only telling 4% of those stories, it's really hard to build an audience or a community in the space. Or if you work at a team or a league to put butts in seats. And if brands don't believe there's a massive audience to reach, it's not worth their ROI, so they don't show up in the space and invest in any meaningful way.
Invest.
And if there's no...
Ooh.
This jacket's going to come off.
Yeah.
Get a little warm.
Yeah.
And if there's no investment from brands, there's no dollars on the table to be had, then legacy media companies aren't going to tell these stories because they aren't going to make any money off of it, they think. So Together was launched with the mission to radically disrupt that vicious cycle, to center women athletes, and to drive investment into the women's sports space.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
That's real good.
Cheers. Apparently, it's all about investment. That's what I'm hearing.
This
It's
part
the
of it.
only word I heard.
Yes.
Investment.
And because of that, you have Together has grown so much. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I was asked this question whenever we were launching Together. I was asked two questions, actually. One, will you move to LA? Which I lived in New York for 15 years, and that was the most terrifying question anyone could have asked me, and I did. I wound up moving to LA to launch Together.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes, congrats.
I'm still
better out there.
adjusting. I'm adjusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
It's
get you
been 4
there.
years.
Yeah.
Let's work on it. And then the second question was like, what are you afraid of? And my answer, which I'm always sort of ashamed to say, was that no one will care. This was in 2021. The 4% visibility stat's an important one. Visibility, you guys.
Oh, God.
Visibility. Sorry.
Wow.
Whoa, feeling it right to my head.
It's also that 100% of sports media sponsorships, only 0.4 of that was dedicated to women's sports. Like 0.4. So the landscape in which we would be launching into, and you see this boom and bust cycle happening in women's sports, I was nervous. I was like,
Yeah.
are people
Yeah.
really going to care every day this time? Or are they just going to care around these big tentpole moments? But in the 3 years that we've been live to the world, we doubled our revenue year over year. As of January 1st, we are a profitable media company, which
Oh, yeah.
feels like no one
yes.
really says. We are the largest and fastest growing women's sports media brand on all of social. We have the highest engagement rate. We have sold projects to Netflix and ESPN and Amazon. We have a big documentary coming out on Amazon in June, which I can talk more about. And more than anything, we are serving to be a see it, be it brand in the way that we originally intended to be.
Okay. That's exciting in so many different ways. What is your background? Like, what drove you into women's sports?
Yeah, did you play sports growing up?
I played basketball and softball.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yeah, you did.
And I have a twin sister, so it was
Oh, my God. So you're competitive as hell.
wildly
Yeah.
competitive.
And did you both play the same?
We did.
No.
We
No.
liked, well, we would like, I was a pitcher and she was a catcher. And
Okay,
we
the
would,
perfect family story.
Yeah.
You know, and we would fight on the mound. Like if I was having a bad game, like if I wasn't pitching very well and she was having to like chase, it's summer, it's hot, I'm from the South. She was miserable. She would come out and we would just get in a fight on the mound, like so angry at each other. I'm like, I'm doing what I can. But in basketball, it was fun because people would get confused about who they were supposed to guard.
Oh my God.
So
That's
one of us was
amazing.
open.
You're
at all
actually that
times.
real life version of that Disney movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. What was it called?
Wait, what? Do you know what Disney movie I'm
I
talking about?
famously didn't have Disney as a child. And we can get into that later.
Okay.
But no, I don't
There's
know.
like an actual like WNBA player like
In that movie?
No, that like was like twins. Justine always knows this stuff. Who was the? It was. Yeah.
Wait, that's the movie?
Double Teamed was the movie.
Double Teamed is the movie. Questionable name for that movie.
Yeah.
Suggestive.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Super, but you know that kind of like when you were telling me the story, I immediately was like a little rosy cheeked. So like Double Teamed actually feels appropriate.
Yeah, that feels
Yeah.
great.
Are you
They knew
rosy?
their audience.
Are you rosy cheeks because of the whiskey?
That too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I was a lifelong athlete. The '96 Olympics were really sort of a formative memory
Same.
for me. Yes, it was maybe the most important year in women's sports history. That was the first time I saw like female athletes competing at that level. All the American women winning gold and thinking I could be an Olympian.
Wow.
Now I happen to work for 4 Olympians, and but it was a very big see it be it moment for me. But I wound up studying music business in college, and my first job in college, I moved to New York as a journalist for Rolling Stone.
Okay,
That's a
so
cool
you've
job.
been a
The
badass
hell?
from the jump. Jeez.
Okay.
My
Yes.
first job was babysitter.
My first job I think was like babysitter and soccer coach.
Oh yeah,
Those were my two.
Yeah.
What's your coaching style? Is it like Gino? Is it like Kim? Is it
I play heavy favorites.
participatory award?
Yeah, I play immediately heavy favorites. Pit my little players against each other. Survivor style. No, I was like probably too nice. I like let everyone play.
I
feel like you did the same thing. I know.
I know.
You didn't care about winning.
No, I just wanted people to get a good time. Kids to have a good time.
The team wasn't. My personal team was not good enough that winning was like a major option. So I was gonna let the bad ones play. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna have a bad like the worst ones on the bad team not get to play too. Like what?
No, that is
that's really
fair.
mean.
I don't know if anyone will ever get better with that mentality, but it is very fair. I'm kidding.
I like your coaching style.
No, and when I coach speech team, I only the best.
You just heckle.
Yeah.
I feel like, how do you get better at speech team? Are you like pretend audience and you just heckle the entire
you give
time?
insane notes to break them down.
You yell at
Your
them?
hand was shaking. What was that
You
about?
like, what do you do?
No, I think you just break them down to their core.
Really?
you have like a Russian
So
gymnastics
one
coach
thing
energy.
about Jess and I, we're both Kentuckians, and Kentuckians are very intense about anything competitive, especially sports. But if any chance of a competition, at least it is, if you're not good at it, you shouldn't be doing it. Move on, do something else.
Yeah, I'm here to win.
Yeah, exactly. There's really no other. That was how I was raised, though. That was how I was raised.
It's Kentucky basketball.
Kentucky basketball is everything, but can I say who you were a fan of?
If you want to tell all my secrets, go ahead. Yeah.
So I remember being in kindergarten and walking in and our class having a discussion about how much we hated Duke and Christian Laettner. Like I have that
yeah.
moment.
I mean, everybody.
Of just like,
yeah.
we hate Duke. That's how I was raised. But I do think you might be a Duke fan.
I don't lead with that.
You're outing her.
I am. I asked permission.
You are.
You did. I'm also a Lady Vols fan.
So am I.
Yes.
So am I.
Pat Summit.
Yeah,
Forever.
Forever and
See,
always.
getting to
Forever
see
and
her
always.
coach was, I could tear up. It was unbelievable.
She was the first person that made me think like, wow, a suit on a woman, powerful.
Orange suit on a woman.
Orange
more
suit on
powerful.
more powerful.
I just watched a documentary about her, like, and it was some younger years stuff, and I straight up was like, am I crushing on Pat Summit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
Like,
you are.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous. I always think of her as kind of like my father, but I didn't realize that she was actually daddy.
She is.
There it is.
She is daddy.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, it's just so bold, and I think awesome and fascinating that you were a Duke fan. I love it.
I
love it.
vividly remember the Christian Laettner moment. I was with some of my family. We were camping, of all places. We had like an RV with like one of those like satellite antenna TVs with the foil on it. Because my entire family, like Wildcat fans, like rabid. And we were
Go
watching
Cats.
the game, and I remember just like sort of like cheering against Kentucky, but for no real reason, probably because they're all cheering, and it's obnoxious to me. And it's like the end of the game, and like what was it, 1 point? I forget how many seconds were on the clock, and Christian Laettner gets the pass and turns and hits a shot, and I stand up and I'm like screaming and I'm celebrating, and and all my family, like the men in my family, just like fell to the ground and were crying.
It is-
Tears.
That's Kentucky basketball.
Wow.
Kentucky basketball is
That
unlike. I mean, I know there's a lot of fandoms, and
Yes.
but it's truly a special thing.
Since then, lifelong Duke fan.
Good for you.
Yeah. Mike Krzyzewski, Pat Summit. My
Wow.
part of my
Wow.
Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Your mom and
wow.
dad.
Mom and dad. They kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Get Jockular. We're about to get Jockular.
Okay, I feel like we have time for one last little thing.
Yeah.
We asked this question
everybody.
to every single one of our guests.
Yes.
We as a podcast are very obsessed with power slapping,
Yeah.
which is which
It is a
surprisingly
sport.
is a sport where you just stand like across the table and you take turns slapping each other. Now, Jess, who in this world would you want to be power slapped by? And we can give you some of our answers as inspo if you need it.
Give
but
me some of your answers while I think.
okay.
Rachel Weisz was mine.
Wow.
Specifically Rachel Weisz, and actually the favorite. And I think she was in The Mummy when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And that was like formative for me.
Is that your
Yeah.
root? Maybe?
And
what?
Is that your root?
probably.
root.
Yeah, like the root that made you be like, wow, I'm gay.
Yeah, because I guess I did consider myself more like the guy in The Mummy. And I was like, well, I have to protect my whole family too, and I want to wear that little vest.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Mine is the actress Cherry Jones, specifically in the Broadway production of Doubt.
Wow.
Yep.
Mine is Michelle Yeoh, specifically from Crazy Rich Asians, because
Oh my
she
God.
looks like she really wanted to slap someone and she didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. So,
And I would volunteer myself.
Yeah.
Jess,
I think mine is Kate Blanchett
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Solid.
Yeah.
Wow,
Solid.
solid.
as Tar.
Avatar,
As Tar.
yes.
Yes.
Tar.
Wow.
Yes.
That's the best, because she would slap you in rhythm.
I have
She's a conductor.
Well, yeah, we know what.
Okay, sorry.
what
I'm
is.
sorry.
I have not been disappointed by a slap answer yet.
No,
No, they're all
everyone's been
solid.
so good.
It's
We're
so
all
there's something
solid.
so core about it. Everyone's answering like really honestly in a beautiful way.
I felt it.
Yeah, you can feel that.
It
slap.
took me a minute, but then
wow.
I felt it.
Well, Jess, you have been an amazing guest.
We
it
actually
has
have-
been
we have a
such
gift for you.
pleasure. Yeah, before you leave, we have one last gift for
One
you.
little gift for you.
Now you're gonna think
That
these gifts look affordable. Did we get them at 7-Eleven last night?
We
no.
did.
No,
we
we had these
didn't.
imported.
It was the CVS.
We made an investment into our podcast and got these gifts for you.
So this is an enormous inflatable SmackDown bot bag.
Oh my God, I love
And
this.
we wanted to blow that up for you, but we thought, no, you're gonna need to pack it.
You're gonna need a packet, and you don't want to deflate it.
Yeah. This is my carry-on.
Yeah, that's
You
going
know,
straight in the carry.
You know I'm a boxer.
Oh, we gotta have you back on
we
the
gotta have you
pod,
back.
'cause
We gotta have
need
you
to
back on the
talk.
pod.
We need to talk.
We need
This
more
is
time.
perfect.
Okay,
Yeah, we need
and
more time.
We need more time. And then we got you this incredible slaps.
slaps.
You got slapped by
You got
Blanchett.
Yeah. Tamarind
it.
blue. So
Thank
these
you,
are
guys.
these are guys. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you. Give it up for
Thank
Jess
you.
Robertson.
Thank you.
She wants to get slapped by Kate Blanchett.
Yay. Okay, we'll do our
Okay.
best. We don't actually know her.
We don't actually know her.
Yeah. Please
Okay.
take your things. Take your whiskey.
Okay, our next guest is like genuinely, truly one of my favorite comedians. She has an amazing special on Netflix out right now called If You Didn't Want Me Then. And if you want to go see her this week, she's got 4 shows all around Austin. Look her up on the internet. You can find her. It's the amazing, the one and only Beth Stelling! Woo!
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hi, Beth.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming straight from the airport to us.
Happy to do it. Happy to be here.
Where are you flying in from?
I was in DC area.
Okay, brag.
Yeah.
Yes, the president needed me there to sort of just give him some notes. I punched up that whole State of the Union thing.
Yeah.
Thank God you did.
Thank goodness.
Thank God you
Yes.
did.
Well, he didn't take any of them, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I was there and I was paid handsomely.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
In ice cream. I was there doing shows at Arlington Draft House.
Oh, I've been there.
Awesome.
It was fun. Yes. Found a friend a friend sent a friend. They were extremely drunk. I kicked someone out of the show. Turns out it was that friend.
Oh.
No,
Isn't
it
that
was
the
not.
worst?
How
It's
awful.
always
Kind
yeah.
of a fun tale. I wish them the best, but they did need to go
yes.
home and eat a loaf of bread immediately.
How did you do it? Did you do it in a funny way, or did you like go like this to the
I
bouncer?
did. I said it's time for you to go, and then I sang a version of Sarah McLachlan's "In the Arms of an Angel" as they took her out.
That's really beautiful.
That's really
It
beautiful.
was captured on camera, and it'll
because that
never
someone needs to adopt that person like a dog.
That's gracious of you.
Sometimes it's a issue of did something go terribly wrong today, or is this a bit of a wake up call?
Beth,
Maybe a rock bottom.
you're an incredible stand-up. Do you feel, because you're also an athlete, do you feel like being an athlete makes you a better stand-up?
I feel like I was choosing sports this last year over stand up.
Oh, explain.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
I think it's not one or the other. I ended up playing more pickup games, like because in LA I can play Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday typically, but it's at night because people have jobs.
Right. Jobs.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
the sport
jobs.
you play
Is
is
field hockey.
that's right.
And oh my gosh, speaking of, sorry, this is a tangent, but a fan brought a stick he made me to the show on Thursday. It has all my specials on it.
Wait, that's
Whoa.
It's the
amazing.
sweetest thing in the world.
What did he
Wait,
carve it?
handcrafted?
Yeah, handcrafted. He was very
You are
well.
kidding me.
He decorated it, but like very nicely, and he was very clear to And this is my girlfriend, Justine.
That's
To make
okay.
sure I felt safe, because that's kind of an intense gift.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is an intense
That's all my
gift.
specials.
Wow, it's beautiful.
I know, and he made the bag.
Oh my God, he
Let me
like,
see.
like
It
says Beth
legitimately
Stelling.
special.
Wait,
Field
that's
hockey.
amazing. No, if I saw
Oh
my
my
wife like
God.
handcrafting,
Right.
I'd be like, okay, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, we
that
kinda
was a
said
bit of a
those too.
tangent.
No, not at all.
Okay, so yes, I play at night, and I was sometimes if I wanted to play the game, and I just felt more drawn to it within the last year. And then because of that, someone on my team was like, "You should try out for the Masters team this year, the U.S. Women's Masters
Yeah.
team." So I did that. I made the team, and I played in the Pan Am Continental Cup in Argentina in December.
That's insane.
And
It's so
because
cool.
I was training for that, I was on the road touring here and there. So I needed to I never had to. I don't work out on the road. I'm a very
I don't need.
one way or the other. I'm not like a athlete comes to me through competition. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Because I was on the road, I had to train alone, and I did it because I didn't want to embarrass myself and our country.
Yes.
However, when I work out, it's because there's a little thing dangling in front of me, and that's usually like a ball or someone provoking me.
Can you tell it what's the master? What makes you masters? I don't.
Age. It's age.
It's age.
Yeah, you got to be 35. It's kind of a rule we have.
Oh my God, we're
Are you
masters.
serious?
That's what it's called.
So that any team you're playing on for the U.S., if you're representing the U.S. in the Masters program, means you're 35 and up. And there's different
Wow.
age groups. So I could never play in the 40s until I reach 40s. But if I was in my 40s and very good, I could play on the 35s team.
Got
So
it.
you can't play up, but you can play down if you remain in shape.
I have a question I've always wanted to ask a field hockey player, and does it kill your back?
I have a very strong back. I'm very tall as well, and I'm known for getting low. Not to brag. It's one of my greatest skills. So no, it doesn't hurt my back. I have a very
Really?
strong back. Yeah.
I
And
feel like you're
also,
bent over the
like
whole time.
anything, you're supposed to like.
Do it
Is it on
you're
your
supposed
legs?
to absolutely do it in your legs, but I've seen some footage of myself and. I'm like a you. My form is not good. I was like, I basically just like drop right in front of someone. But so no, yeah, my back is strong. I've had plenty of injuries for sure within the last year of playing. Like I had stitches last fall through here, but it was right in my eyebrow. But you can
Kind of
see it.
badass though.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
Did you
that's
take a
cool.
break from playing then, or did
I
you?
just had to for it to heal
Yeah.
a little bit. But that was like maybe 5 stitches. This was a glue situation. And then there's a bit of maybe that's broken here, but it's the ball is hard and the sticks are hard as well. So it's not great if you're, I didn't think I would have to perform with a black eye ever, but
I was
it
gonna
happened.
ask you.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Did everyone
Did
think you
you-
got beaten?
What's that?
Did everyone think you got like beaten?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And did you have to?
Which way did you lean in? Because I don't know if I had to pick like my
Right.
husband hit me, I got hit in a
know.
fight.
See, because to me, I'm always trying to think of the joke that no one would think of.
right.
And
Right,
sometimes
right,
that's
right.
one that nobody laughs at. They want the hacky
Kind of
joke.
crazy, right?
They want the joke that's like, yeah, you should have seen the other guy, or like, and it's because I didn't make him a sandwich. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
they want to hear.
Both of those crushed. Both of those crushed with me.
I think I said finally my face matches my jokes, but no one really laughed.
Yeah,
at that. I felt
okay.
it was clever. Blue, dark. Anyway,
Ah,
you get it.
I see.
I think the best jokes are the ones you have to explain.
Yeah.
Everybody to this camera, please, right here.
The
Everybody.
best jokes.
Okay,
The
Thank
ones
you.
you have to
Go. We
explain.
got it. Thank you for
you.
finding that.
Have you ever dated an athlete?
Yes, I mean, I feel like my first boyfriend was the star of our terrible football team. No, he wasn't the star.
Lumberjacks.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the Lumberjacks. Exactly,
Lumberjacks.
you know.
What
Yeah.
position did he play?
Cornerback. I remember that. I
There
don't
you
think
go.
I don't know if that's an important position.
I didn't.
But we would drive home from field hockey. A friend would give me a ride home from field hockey, and I'd get out the sunroof and yell like things about number 8 until I was ask not to stop doing that. Because they would be practicing on the backfield and I would be like, number 8 is great. Or like, I love 8. And he eventually the coach was like, you have to stop doing that, please.
The little I know, backstory, my nephews go to this high school.
The high school that I grew up.
Yeah, it's not the most athletically competitive school. No. The point of the school is that you can do multiple things, and that's like the selling point. Like, you can play football and then be in the marching band halftime show.
Yes.
Like, that did happen
Pretty
this past
cool.
year.
Football players were in our musical.
Yes.
Wait, I love that.
It was encouraged.
It's really, really,
Okay, that's
really,
so
really
lovely.
cool. But it makes it so you're not the most, I don't know about field hockey, but the football team, not so competitive.
I did lead my team to state for the first time in 15 years.
Whoa.
Oh my
In
God,
field
that's
hockey.
awesome.
I was a co-captain. It wasn't just me.
Huge.
Yeah, you
I was
were.
going to ask.
Beth, this
Juliet
is.
was with me.
I
Juliet.
felt the
I
leadership
love
coming
that
from
you know
you.
the name
Yeah.
right away.
What's that?
I love that you know the name right away.
Juliet
I
Evans.
think about the people that I played with that were like co-captains with me like kind of often.
Yes.
It was, like, weird.
I just saw her in September. She came out to my shows in Salt Lake. She lives in
Wow.
Salt Lake City now.
What
But
a
yes,
bond.
Unreal.
she was. We were the Jills. We were we were the Lumberjacks.
Yes, you were the Jills.
Our year we got on David Letterman because of one of our.
Holy cow.
I mean, we didn't. Our school did because remember when David used to read the silly headlines that were poorly
Oh,
written.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Ours was Oakwood Jacks off to a great start.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That stinks.
My wife was a softball player and she went to Australia in high school. And the local newspaper, like her and another girl, went to Australia for softball. And the local headline was, two local girls go down under.
How could they do that to us?
Why do they do
We
that
gotta
to
send
us?
that. We gotta send that to David, just to his personal mailing address.
Please.
I don't think you've ever been asked this before, and I don't think anyone's ever asked it. What's it like to be a straight female athlete?
Yeah. Do you feel like a
we've not
minority?
had that
Yeah.
experience at all.
Do you
and
have-
it's,
you have
we're
to
the
go-
majority up
I
here.
mean, do you have to tell people like, sorry, I'm not gay?
I feel like it's more like no one's ever, thankfully everybody on my team. I've never been in a place where I felt like, I don't know, strange whatsoever. I think there's been a mix.
Thank God they
I
make you
feel like I
normal
fit
for
in.
being
Yeah.
straight.
Well, think about it. If it was I don't know. I don't want to assume things about another gender, but it's like if it was flipped, there might be a little different.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't
yes.
really feel. Always feel good and safe. If anything, it's other gay friends of mine being like, "Hey, I've got some friends wondering when you're going to be gay."
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
fair for them to
Just
ask.
kind of let us know.
Fair,
Yeah.
appropriate, and okay.
Yeah.
Very.
It's 2024.
very okay.
I think that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Right, when are you going to come around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
Come around, come out.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, of course, I've written jokes about it, especially field hockey.
Yeah.
We're known.
Yeah.
We're known
Yes.
for getting down.
Well-
getting low.
Getting down and getting
down
low.
Well, we'd love to play a little game with you
Ooh.
before we.
I'd
Okay,
love to.
so I feel like we've come up with a lot of fun scenarios
Yeah.
that I think would kind of make things hard for you to answer. So we're gonna play a little bit of sports round of Would You Rather.
Okay, put
Okay.
me through it.
All right, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, would you rather lose publicly, but you made it onto Sports Center, or win an NCAA title, but you can't tell anyone about it?
Lose publicly.
Lose publicly,
but you made it onto Sports
You're
Center.
on Sports Center.
You made it on the top 10.
Can I ask questions or?
Yes.
Did I have
Oh my
a good?
God,
Did I have a
please.
good game?
No.
When we lost, did I have a good game?
Oh, that's you. Well,
Oh.
that's a
I
good
don't-
question.
That
because
is a
it's
good
like-
question.
Because if this footage is of me like killing it, then 100% put me on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
if I played terribly, I don't want to be on SportsCenter, and I lost.
Okay.
Like
If I'm
that line
at-
is
if
like girl's worst player of all time.
Yeah.
Because we made it to state, which was a huge feat for our little team. But then we played terribly. I mean, we got our butts handed to us because we played private schools when we were in private school. It's like, and in my head, I was like, well, they just wake up and they are always playing together.
And the field hockey sticks are made of diamonds.
Yeah. And I can't keep up. But it was a horrible feeling to get that far and then just not be able to cut it. So that would be I wouldn't want to be on SportsCenter if I'm playing bad.
Okay.
Okay, then.
So you
So
win a
let's just
title.
go-
You
how
can't
about I
tell
just-
anyone.
Yeah, but people are gonna find out. It's gonna be in the record books.
Yeah.
And you can't
Mention it, which is even cooler. Yeah. Okay. Here's one. Would you rather be proposed to at half court in the middle of your championship game, you did not see it coming, or jump out of a plane?
And you've only been dating this person for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I'd rather jump out of a plane.
Yeah. See, we all kind of said
Mostly
that.
because it's like I'm working here. You know,
Right.
if you know me, you know
Exactly.
that I need to keep my head in the game here, and
I want to focus.
I'd like to just finish the game out. And if you want to take me to friendlies afterwards,
Oh my
give me
God,
a
I
little
used to go to
sundae,
friendlies
and
too.
then leave the ring in the Sunday at the end of the cone head, then maybe I'm gonna say yes,
Consider
even
it,
if it
yeah.
has been 6 months.
Yeah.
Are you listening?
All right. Would you rather wear an underwire bra to sleep every single night or sit in a room every day with a bunch of men who say, let me teach you a little something about field hockey?
Okay, well, I have been in a writer's room for television, so I am.
Okay, you get it.
So you know.
So I didn't even hear the first one, honestly. I just was remembering all the times I've been asked if I want to learn about something I already know about.
Yeah.
What was the first
Wear
one?
an
Sleep-
underwire
Oh, underwire bra.
To sleep every night. You cannot take
You're
that
not
bra
taking it
off
off.
to sleep.
And then how long do I have to be in the writer's room?
I think this
I
is
think these are both like for the rest
These
of your
are both
life. These are
forever.
both
And they're
forever.
like, let me tell you about some. Look, you know what? I'm gonna choose the let me tell you something about field hockey because I'm
Really?
open to learning things that are new.
I said that.
But
I
you
said
know
that she'd
it.
say that.
I do know it,
it.
but I will say, like, having just played in high school, I played on grass. Like when I first entered the program and even started playing again, I mean, I played on grass with a wooden stick. They looked at me like I was a relic. I was like a witch. And so I play on turf now, and I have like an updated like composite stick. And so there's always things for me to learn, and I'm willing to learn it from men.
Hey,
Wow.
just when this in post, can we cut that?
our first straight guest is really
willing-
It's really
willing
being
to
like,
learn from
I
men.
can't wait to learn
Sometimes
from men.
men have things to offer as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beth, come on.
You're lucky a lot of them are facing the other way. Or we
You're
would
lucky-
escort
you're
you
lucky,
off.
they can't hear women's voices talking in unison.
Even when we're amplified.
Too bad. It's already gone. Okay, next
Okay.
one.
Would you rather watch a women's World Cup final in a box with Rihanna? It's just you two.
It's like a sports box.
Just
It's
so
not
you know,
like
I was picturing a
cage.
brown box, but yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
we're
okay,
talking about
okay.
a sports
Box,
yes.
like a
And-
fancy VIP sports box with
She's feeling
Rihanna.
very chatty.
Yeah, she's talking.
She's in a chatty mood.
and
okay.
she's spilling secrets.
Ooh.
Or have her sing an album she'll never release just to you.
Oh,
Right?
I know.
I'm choosing the album. Are you kidding?
You'll
Beth.
never hear it again.
You'll never hear it again.
Beth, I have to ask you to really drop in right now. Drop in
Yeah,
and think
yeah,
about
please.
how uncomfortable it would be to be in a room with someone being like, da boost and the da 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 do.
Just you.
Just you.
No one else around.
Let me get that work.
Okay, that's true. Because I'm someone who like genuine, even a lap dance like that is a little sometimes too much.
Also, a little, sometimes too much. Certainly,
It's too
I
much.
go to space.
Yes, we don't need to tell the story, but there is a story around. It doesn't matter.
We'll have you on
just
another
been
time, 'cause
I've
I
been
need to hear
faced
it.
with like a, do you want a lap dance? And then like a,
Oh,
oh, it was actually like this. Like that, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I guess you're kind of right. Maybe that would be
No,
uncomfortable.
I mean, it's up to you. It's just, you know.
Okay, she's just talking to me during the game.
we're just trying to think. We just had Jess Robertson on, and when Jess said that this is actually what you should pick, we were like, okay, this
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And so we're just, when you tell us what you want to do, we're just going to say that you were wrong and see if you come around. So we're just we're practicing
Okay,
bullying.
I'm
Yes.
switching to the box.
Okay. Would you rather, this is
Oh,
this is
I
a
really
tough one.
love this
Yeah,
one.
this one's hard.
Would you rather go to your boyfriend's open mic night every night for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
and all the jokes are about your sex life, or go to your boyfriend's kickball game every night for the rest of your life? Their team name is Balls Deep, and you're in charge of making snacks.
Kickball.
Oh, really? Wow, so
100.
easy for you.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
can't do an open mic.
I would have so much fun at the kickball game.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
every night for the rest of their life, his team never wins, but you have to be like, good job, babe.
You did great.
You
Well,
did
maybe
really
he
well.
did though. Maybe he was like really good that game.
Okay.
Your positivity
Again,
is
supports
harmful.
Our first straight guest.
You should have seen me at his softball game a couple weeks ago. He had to tell me to tone it down a bit. I was screaming my head off. The other team was intimidated and it actually worked and helped.
Did you win? Did you win? Oh, yeah.
Well, and I guess if you love the man, then Balls Deep is a fun name for the team.
Okay.
It's shocking. There's a culture barrier here.
Yeah.
It's kind of good to expose yourself to different.
I wish we had like
that's right.
I
We
wish
can learn.
Yeah, I wish
can
we had
learn.
like a translator up here for everything that you're
I'm the
saying.
translator.
You are the translator. Okay.
Okay, rip it.
We've got one more for you.
Okay.
Would you rather free bleed at a winning match at Wimbledon?
Wait, this one's for the men.
You're in all white.
Okay.
Or put in an applicator-free Ultra Plus tampon on a very dry day.
Huh. How long's Wimbledon again? Like, how long's the match? I got my period at my college orientation wearing a white skirt, actually.
Whoa.
Sitting
You
in
did?
it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like Wimbledon.
Yeah, a lot like Wimbledon.
It is a lot like Wimbledon. The grass is nice.
The free bleed. I mean, the free bleed sounds fun.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it would be in the pattern of
But here's the
Prince
thing.
Harry's face.
I will say
Yeah.
this. Shoving it up is fine.
Shoving up
an
an
Ultra?
Plus on a
What
dry day?
Yeah, what you didn't say was ripping it right out right away. So
the shove up is better.
Yeah, so I can just put it in there, no big deal.
Shoving it up is
It's
fine.
better.
Yeah, that's fine. Just whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
you-
it's the pull out that really
Yeah,
makes
you
me
never
want
said
to
pulling it out.
It's the
We said
pull-up.
applicator free.
Yeah.
Did you check that?
That's fine.
You
Happy
said-
hour. If you leave here with anything, just remember pulling it out is worse.
Yeah.
Putting it in is fine.
Pulling it out is way
Putting
worse.
it's
Yeah.
It is
fine.
like the dry, it's like a
Yeah.
microfiber cloth, like just like, yeah.
I don't know. I think sometimes the worst part is just like being fisted by the wad of cotton, knowing that later
I'm a
you're gonna have to do.
I'm a pad gal.
I'm a pad.
I'm a pad gal.
I love a pad.
I'm free bleeding at Wimbledon, boy.
Yeah.
I know. I am too.
That's what I'm getting.
Look,
I am
I
too.
thought about it, but here's what I came to. I'm fine with it if I'm standing. That's kind of fun in almost like a horror film way, like just beautiful
Yeah,
down
letting
my
it
legs
go, yeah.
and into my shoes. And but if I'm sitting, it's hot, it's sticky, then it gets a little stick, and then the seat is filled. That's kind of where
I guess it's a-
you really went there.
Yeah.
We all went there.
Ultra plus for us, I
Yep.
guess.
it's going to be the Ultra Plus fingers.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. Well, then I guess one last question. Well, we asked Jess what we've all
Yes.
answered before. Who do you want to be power slapped by? It can be a man.
It can be a man, but we won't like it. But it can be.
It can be.
I'm sorry. I have to set some boundaries. It cannot be a man. It cannot.
That's fine because it's actually Jonathan Lipnicki in Jerry Maguire.
So it's not a man.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's Jonathan Lipnicki and Jerry Maguire.
And you know what, Beth? I'm imagining he's
Because
slapping
he would be
you when he's on the luggage cart, so he keeps
He's
going around in
giggling.
a circle. No, he's slapping
He's
you from the
giggling
luggage.
and he's like this, and he's like, it's the sweetest little hand on my face.
That's a beautiful,
Yeah, that's a beautiful
shocking
He's so cute.
answer, and I do agree. I like.
You do agree.
I do agree.
Jonathan Lipnicki.
You do
Wow,
agree.
the tides are really turning here for me.
They are really turning for a lot of it. I do. There's something
I've
about
dated
that game,
men.
man.
I've dated men. Okay, and I think it's coming out right now.
We all dated one by
I know,
accident.
we all have.
Okay.
You know, we also accept your lifestyle, and we're
Thank
just
you.
happy you're
Yeah, we're-
healthy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Isn't that what
We
you
hope,
said,
want
we
you
kid?
hope this has been a
taken
safe
care of.
We
space for
just
you.
want you taken
It
We
care
just
of.
want you taken care of.
Yeah.
It has been. I am. What a nice guy.
Thank you so much to Beth
Yes,
and her
thank you.
boyfriend.
And her
Yeah.
boyfriend.
And to
Adam.
Jess.
Yes.
Give it up for Jess Robertson and
Thank
Beth
you for
Stelling.
having me.
You guys have been
Yes.
so
Was a
awesome.
delight.
And you've been so. Wait, we have to give our. Do we have our?
Oh my God! Yeah, you think we
Sorry,
didn't get
Beth.
to
We
it?
have your
Beth,
gift.
we have
I'm
your
so
gift
sorry.
too.
Yeah, I kind of saw
Wow,
Jess
wow,
get
wow.
one. and I was
Another
like,
Air
is there
Norvis
something for me?
Smackdown bop bag.
There it is.
Yeah.
Can you believe we could afford two of
This
those?
is
Can you imagine?
rad.
Our producer Harry let us buy these.
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah.
Where's Harry? Over there. in
Thank you,
blue
Harry.
looking gorgeous.
He
And here
rules.
is your Slaps Lollipop
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
tropical mix for
Use
you.
that however you want.
Wow. It's definitely
Yeah.
flimsier than I
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
it's
would
pretty
not
soft.
use that for slaps. I actually think you'll get hurt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
appreciate it.
Beth, you're doing shows
Oh
like
yeah,
all
yeah.
week long, right?
I'll be here. Esther's Follies tonight at 8. I'm on Doug Loves Movies tomorrow. some other place and a couple other places as well.
Yeah, go see Beth.
Beth
She's
Stelling.
an incredible stand-up.
.com.
If you don't see Beth, you're an idiot, which
Yeah.
we're allowed to say. We checked.
Just watch my special on Netflix. It's called If You Didn't Want Me Then.
Ooh! The drama.
Ooh.
Thank you for joining us, Beth. We
Joining
appreciate it.
us.
Thank you. And we're Jockular.
And we're Jockular.
We're Jockular.
We're Jockular.
Thank you, everybody.
With
Thank you, South by
Fight Master,
Southwest.
Tien Tran, and Katie Kershaw. Think about who you want to be slapped by.
Yeah, and then come talk to us.
Jockular is hosted by ER Fightmaster Tien Tran and Katie Kershaw. Jockular is a production of Hyperobject Industries with Metal-Arc Media and was produced by Harry Nelson. Original music and theme are by Nick Gage and ER Fightmaster. Our executive producers are Claire Slaughter, Harry Nelson, Dan Libetard, and Adam McKay.